Hi everybody, welcome back to another handheld video. Well, I guess this is SSG handheld, isn't it? The whole point of this channel is handheld gaming devices, although up to this point we've only really had these two here on display, which is my Steam Deck OLED, which I got just over a year ago. I got it just before Christmas 2024, and then a little bit later I was lucky enough to get my hands on an Asus ROG Ally. This is the one that wasn't really available in the UK very long. It's the less powerful one, but as long as you set it for 720p, it was very, very good. In this video, I just want to talk about a little bit about my experiences. I guess like a bit like a review. 1 year in, like what do I think was the better device for me? Which one have I used the most? And I guess would I buy one now? I guess is the question. Now, the thing to remember though with all of this is the fact that I'm very, very lucky in the fact that not only have I got a Steam Deck OLED, not only have I got an Asus ROG Ally, I also have an Xbox Series S, and I've also got a gaming PC, and I've got older gaming consoles as well. So I've got a big choice about how I play my games, and without a doubt, the best way to play games, in my opinion, is either on my gaming PC with the big monitor and the gamepad, or on my Xbox Series S with the gamepad and the big monitor. I use the same monitor for the PC and the Xbox console. However, these two devices definitely have had a place, but I've kind of struggled coming up with the ways of using them, because generally I would play games in the same place, which is sitting in the computer room at my kind of desk, using the console or using the game PC. What has happened over the last year is that I've definitely leaned towards using the Steam Deck more, because SteamOS that the Steam Deck runs on really is finely tuned for the mobile gaming experience, whereas Windows 11 as of March 2025 isn't. And what would happen is I would come to turn my ROG Ally on, and Windows would want to do an update, or I would go and try and play, for example, GTA 5, which I've got installed on here, and it would have forgotten my login credentials. And the whole point of these devices is that you just pick them up, you turn them on, and you get playing. Now, I'm not saying that the Steam Deck doesn't get hobbled by updates, but it tends to be game updates rather than OS updates. OS updates tend to sit in the background, and you get a little warning saying, look, there's an update that needs doing, and then you can kind of do it when you want to. Obviously, if it's a game needs an update, a forced update, then it will force you to do it. But generally, I've moved towards playing on the Steam Deck more. And this has been when I've kind of figured out that the games, and this might sound obvious to everybody else, but the games that I want to play on the Steam Deck are the more pick up and play arcadey games. So Aliens Fireteam Elite is really good. Assetto Corsa Competizione is a really good driving game. Something a little bit more arcadey. Forza Horizon 4, great. Fallout 4, I will be playing Skyrim on this. Not so much DayZ. Ghost Recon Wildlands, very good to play. Division 2, amazing game on here. The Division, amazing game on the Steam Deck. Looks so good. Zombie Army 4, again, really good game. Looks absolutely amazing on the Steam Deck. And some of these other titles, I have them on here. I wouldn't recommend playing Stalker 2 on the Steam Deck. It doesn't run very well, or the original Stalker series, but hopefully there's going to be an update this year that adds gamepad support and updates them to the Stalker trilogy. I think it was Legends of the Zone trilogy. That's what it is on console. So I've kind of leaned towards those sorts of games. Games like Arma Reforger and DayZ are really on here for testing purposes. And 7 Days to Die, I haven't really played it yet, and I want to have a go on it. So the idea is that I've kept. This is not about content creation, because again, one of the things that you have to bear in mind with my opinions is that being a content creator for YouTube, for Scale Speeder Gaming, the full channel and the handheld and the VR one, is the fact that half the time, well, actually that's wrong, 90% of the time when I sit down and I start playing a game, I'm thinking, oh, what content can I get out of this? It's not about enjoying games, and I don't want to whinge about this. Go, oh no, it's terrible the fact that I don't get to enjoy games anymore, so because I get to make games about them for YouTube. Remember, I work full time, I do this as a hobby, but it is a bit of a truth. But what the Steam Deck gives me is the ability to, I pick it up and I'm playing a sort of Assetto Corsa Competizione or Aliens Fireteam Elite or The Division, and I'm just playing for the sake of the game. I'm not thinking about anything else. And it doesn't harm the fact that there isn't lots of windows that you can shut down and be watching a YouTube video or some shorts or something like that on another window. You know, you are dedicated to just playing games. Now, what I would say, the big caveat to all of this with the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally as well, is that these devices are underpowered compared to something like a gaming PC or even the consoles. But Steam especially, Valve especially, with the SteamOS, have done lots and lots of work to make the OS work incredibly well with games. And so the Steam Deck it punches above its weight a lot of the time. You know, when you're playing the Division 2 at 60 frames a second, on the HDR screen, on this amazing OLED screen, you're like, wow, this is amazing. I'm going to buy an OLED screen for my laptop, for my desktop. Sorry, you kind of feel like that. But undoubtedly, they work best on the older games. You know, like pre-2018 games. You know, are generally going to run well, and that goes for both devices, the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck. But the problem that both devices have is that they're designed to run PC games, and PC games generally suffer from having writing that's too small, and they also suffer from the fact that not all of them have full gamepad support. Most of them do now, and the Steam Deck especially is very, very good at allowing you to use different templates and using things like the mouse pads here to be able to control games that aren't meant to be controlled with the gamepad using a gamepad, and it's very good that way. But you do have to bear that in mind. You've also got to remember that with the Steam Deck, because it is Linux based, SteamOS Linux based, lots of multiplayer games that have anti-cheat just won't run on it. So PUBG won't run on it, Call of Duty won't run on it, Fortnite won't run on it. So it's very important before you invest in a Steam Deck that you check that it will play the games that you want it to play. Whereas the Asus ROG Ally, it's a Windows PC that just happens to be handheld. Works that way. If I were to buy one today, so if I hadn't bought one of these over the last year, which one would I, knowing what I know, which one would I pick up? I think it would probably be the Steam Deck, but there's a question mark whether I would buy one or not. Mainly because I think they really are. The Steam Deck really is, and the Asus ROG Ally, but especially the Steam Deck, really is a luxury item. I think. You know, I think the way into PC gaming is via a gaming laptop or a gaming desktop, which will play everything basically. You know, as long as it's powerful enough. Where this is like the add-on, you know, for the PC gamer who has everything, they then buy a Steam Deck on top of it. You could get into PC gaming with a Steam Deck or a ROG Ally, but especially with the Steam Deck, you've got to make sure that, you know, if you're buying this because you want to play PUBG, well, you're not going to be able to because it's Linux and it just won't do it. But the console-like experience of the OS cannot be denied, and it really is really good. You know, it's on a par now with the Xbox OS or the PlayStation OS, and I think maybe that's what we'll see. Well, hopefully this year is we'll see handhelds coming out from Xbox and coming out from PlayStation that use their console OSs. You know, I want to see a Steam Deck-like device that's running the Xbox OS, and you play Xbox games on it, and you have your Game Pass games on it, and you can stream to it as well. Similarly, a PlayStation device, because it is about the pick up and play ability. Or they update Windows 11 or come up with a new version of Windows that allows you to play PC games on it that doesn't have all of the other junk on it. The build quality of the Steam Deck OLED is absolutely fantastic. I've mentioned this beautiful screen that it comes with that really is absolutely fantastic. The thumbsticks are great, the mouse pads are great, the buttons are all excellent. I maybe would like to see some highlighting or something so that you can see the buttons, but once you get used to them, I think the beauty of the black scheme is that nothing takes away from the beautiful screen that you're looking at. With the amazing bright whites and the really dark blacks. So there we go. So in conclusion then, the Steam Deck is definitely my favourite mobile device because of, you know, its ease of use and its versatility in terms of just being able to turn it on and being able to play. Whereas maybe if I use the ROG Ally more often, so I was turning it on every day, so it was getting those updates, maybe that would be good as well. So there we go. What do you think, though? Is the Steam Deck for you? Do you prefer a Windows-based device? Are you waiting to see what happens? Do you find this useful? If you have, press like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. And of course, I'll see you again soon.